Hi, Alissa.
Hey, Katie.
Welcome to episode 355, Treating Your Business Like a Business.
I love talking about this.
I mean, it's
so much.
It's a really important topic, but I've been watching Parks and Rec with the kids. And
Parks and Recs?
Parks and Recreation.
Okay.
You don't know Parks and Recreation?
No, we're still on Bluey, Katie.
Oh my gosh. I hope you get here sooner than later because it's so funny. But it's funny because two of the people who work in the office, they have this day every year called Treat Yourself. Whenever I say treat now, like treat your business like it's Treat Yourself Day. And they go out and go shopping and have lunch and drinks. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
But treat your business like a business.
Yeah.
Okay. Why are we talking about this?
Well, so many reasons.
Someone did have a specific ask.
Yeah. We had some messages. We also, y'all send us a lot of your situations and emails asking for advice. And a lot of these problems could be solved by treating your business like a business.
For sure.
I think everyone needs the reminder all the time.
All the time.
To treat your business like a business.
We're going to share a bunch of stories. And I'm going to start with our friend Jayne from Community said, when you say treat your business like a business, what exactly do you mean? I feel like I'm running my business like a business, but I sure do not feel like I have my act together some days. Am I the only one feeling like this? Lost in the wilderness of real estate, thinking I am running a business.
Yes, real estate has a way of deceiving you into thinking you're working.
But yeah.
And maybe you're not.
Also, they don't tell you in real estate school that you'll be wearing all the hats.
Right.
You're going to be the marketing department and the admin department and the accounting department and the actual person who's doing all of the appointments and the job. There's all, because you are an entrepreneur, and whether you're on a team or not, you have to make sure all that stuff is getting done.
Yeah, it's on you.
Even if you're on a team, you have to do your own accounting.
Mm-hmm.
You have to decide if you want to be an LLC. You have to do your taxes.
Yes. What is your income? How are you spending it and tracking it?
What is your business budget? How much money do you spend on your business every month?
Do you know what the actions that you're taking in your business, how much they are giving you back? Are they working?
Yes.
Are you tracking anything?
That's my big pet peeve.
Yeah.
If you are paying for any kind of advertising, or even if you're paying to be at a brokerage, what is the return on your investment? If you sent out the postcards, how many closings did you have from them? If you're listening to this episode, we know you like data and numbers, so we know you're going to love this freebie.
In episode 226, we talk about all the numbers that we track and how to treat your business like a business.
Grab your tracking spreadsheet at hustlehumblypodcast.com/track.
I have to tell you a funny story about tracking.
Please.
So I was getting my nails done yesterday, and I look like a homeless person while I'm getting my nails done.
Okay.
And she's this lady sitting next to me is really I don't know, she's older than me, but she's so pretty and so well dressed and so in
she
her
was put
suit,
together.
In her suit, had her name tag on while she was getting her nails done.
She was a realtor?
Yes.
With her name tag on?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, stop.
And she's like, "Are you Alissa?" I'm like,
oh my word.
of course you recognize me when I'm in this state where I was hoping to see no one. But yes, I am. Hi. What? Yes. She's like, okay, I know this is going to sound crazy, but I have been on a team for 10 years.
Okay.
And I'm getting off of it because of you.
What?
In June. And I was like,
are you me because of me?
Yes.
Look at me.
I am what you should aspire to take advice from.
Great, you too could look like garbage one day.
Yeah. I was like, of course this is happening right now. And I feel like all the people in the nail salon are watching this interaction.
They're no way.
No lady, don't take her advice. You're better off.
Stop. Well, this is amazing.
So she's on a team, and she's outgrew it a very long time ago, but she started on the team and just it's
she
so
was
hard
always
to
there.
lead. It's all she knows.
Okay.
But she said there's so many things that are required.
Okay.
That she feels like she has grown way past. She has a good sphere now.
Yep.
But she said, we're required to do at least 3 open houses a month. And
She's been doing that her whole career?
yeah.
How long? Do you know how long she was in the business?
10 years.
Oh, sorry, I
on
missed
this
it.
team.
10
and so
years.
she said, and do you know how many I have closed in 10 years from all those open houses? I said, how many? She said, 3. And I said, well, 3 is actually not
pretty
a bad
good.
number.
It's better than 0.
But she said compared to how much business she does now,
Yeah.
she knows like this is not a good business decision.
Right.
But it is a requirement on the team. And so she's like, clearly, she said, honestly, knowing that number and knowing that I am outgrowing doing this is sort of like forcing me to leave the team.
Yeah.
Because there's been things she loves her team. It's actually a really good team. And she's like, there has been things over the years that, I just dealt with because I love the team. But now I'm like, I see the numbers and I don't want to do this anymore.
Because she's making a business decision.
She's making a business decision.
To look at it as when you look at the numbers, that's how you make the choice.
Yes.
Oh, good for her.
And then she said that there is a certain number of like calls they have to make. And it doesn't always have to be cold calls, but you can only call the people in your phone.
So many
I'd rather call strangers than bother the people in my phone to chat about real estate. But she said, when I track that, it's pretty sparse also. Like, I just don't want to do these things.
But I love that she's tracking.
That's how she's making her decision.
Perfect.
She's not making an emotional decision.
Yeah.
She's basing it on facts and numbers and where her business is coming from now.
Love it.
And she's following, like, hey, when I was new, this was good for me.
Yeah.
I have overstayed because I love the environment.
Yeah.
So it's time now.
I'm so proud of her. Mostly for treating her business like an actual business.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people do that when they look at their brokerage as well.
Yes.
Like, what am I paying to be here? What's the split? Sometimes people move. We have plenty of episodes about this for just the money reason, and it doesn't make sense.
Correct.
But again, you have to review all, like, what are you getting for the money? Do you need the admin? Do you need whatever? I also think we need to talk a little bit about professionalism.
Yeah.
So there's the treating your business like the actual corporation, like the business. And then there's behaving in a business-like fashion.
Yes.
Right? What do you think we need to remember about professionalism?
Obviously, like, boundaries are important. How we communicate is important.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want my doctor or lawyer casually walking into my appointment and saying, hey, bestie, LOL, sorry I'm late.
Right, LOL.
LOL, sorry, JK.
I have to be pretty familiar with a client to even LOL in a text or email.
Yeah.
Because when I put my work hat on, even if we're friends, even if they came from my sphere, when I put my work hat on, I try to approach it with a level of professionalism that makes them respect me.
Sometimes I hear from other people what they didn't like about their first agent.
Oh, yeah, tell us.
And sometimes it's things that I've been guilty of or done. And I think in the moment, it just makes me more relatable or whatever. But to these people, they're like, they may have even laughed.
Right.
But in their heart of hearts, they're going, is she
a professional?
Is she helping me through this due diligence? Like, I'm freaking out.
Point too, because you never actually know how someone's going to react.
I know.
So it's kind of better that you just be the boring professional.
Someone said, we got an email that they felt like for so long they had to be best friends with every client.
Right.
I will say, I remember my very first closing that I ever had, my sweet first-time home buyer, that I met at a Super Bowl party. And she was talking. Oh, right. Yeah, she was talking about
teacher nurse?
She worked in like a dental office.
Okay.
But she kept saying her rent was going up. I didn't know that. I didn't know her at all.
Yeah.
But I just heard her talking about her rent was going up. She's a single mom. And I had just taken this class at the office about loan programs.
Yeah.
And so I was like, but you live in Ascension, right? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, well, have you even tried to see if you qualify for the RD loan? And she's like, I don't know. I just can't imagine I can buy. And then she bought.
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed to be her bestie.
Right.
Because she's my one and only.
Yeah. I got to call you a lot.
Yeah. And I mean, I went to her housewarming party and I got more referrals and things like that. But I mean, 16 years later, you can't be you can't have 1,000 best friends.
No.
Your database cannot be so big that you lose the personal reach out.
There is a line. You want to build a relationship.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to be best friend level.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I still think you can be warm and friendly.
Yeah.
Especially during your time together.
For sure.
And I do think it's important to follow up. But this pressure that agents are putting on themselves is taking it's a very hard standard to maintain long term.
No doubt.
Especially if you plan on selling more houses.
Well, yeah.
Because then you can't keep carrying
it's like
this over.
Every database thing I try to do early on. Oh, I'll bring everyone a Christmas gift. Well, it works for a little while, and then it's like, I can't do this many.
Yeah, and then if you stop, it looks like it's inconsistent.
Like the cakes.
Yes.
Like the cakes and the hams, and everyone's had this happen.
Right.
Oh, I used to do this, and then I couldn't. There were too many people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the people got upset. Let's do the flip of the coin. So you can't be besties with everyone, but what if your friends are actually buying right now or selling, or they're your clients, and they want to text you like best friends about work-related stuff?
Yes.
How do we handle this?
And I go through this a lot because I sell my friends' houses.
Okay.
Like all the time. I'm in one right now. And we're on a group chat, me and both of them.
Okay.
And we were before they were house hunting. Like, we're just friends.
Right.
So then it becomes tricky because now I'm watching my show at 8 o'clock at night and they're texting about something house related.
Okay.
I just don't respond until the next day.
Have they gotten the hint, or they just keep?
So we're under contract now. So when they were house hunting, she would send me addresses pretty regularly via text. And I genuinely forgot about them. I forgot. Like, at first I was like, oh, I would screenshot it, email it to myself. I'd get to my computer. I would check the property disclosure. But then there was like 2 that I didn't email to myself because I thought my brain would remember, which I know it's not. And then she'd be like, did you ever get to check on those houses? I said, hey, look, I am a horrible work texter.
We're not work texting.
I said, when you send me addresses, I have to be at my computer because I need to check the flood maps. I need to check the property disclosure. I need to pull comps. I said, I think I'm going to remember, and I don't. So you have to email me these addresses.
Okay, and what did she say?
She was like, got it.
And did she?
Yes.
See, look, you just tell them the rules.
Yes.
And they follow the rules.
And at first, I just was like, it's not that big of a deal. But then I made a mistake.
Listen, if she hadn't have been your friend, if she had just been a regular client, the very first time she texted the address, you would have said,
yeah,
I actually need you to email me this.
And during our buyer consultation, which I had with them, and which I had with this other client who loves to text also, I tell them, if it's an address or if you need something from me for work, you have to email me.
Must be email.
Because I am terrible at being in an appointment showing houses, and I read your text, and I think, oh, I'll respond when I leave here.
Yeah.
But then my phone rings, and then I go about my day.
Right.
And your text has been buried.
Correct.
I forget.
Right. So see, businesses have rules and expectations of their customers.
Yeah.
And they're relayed in some manner, right? So not only can you have rules, if you just as a business of one have rules and you don't ever tell your customers and clients, how would they know what the rules are?
And when I told the other one who's not a friend but is a texter, Kay, can you shoot this to my email so I don't forget? She's like, oh my gosh, I forgot you said that. Yes, that's fine.
She just needed a gentle reminder.
Yeah, because
again, that's the rules. It's just like the business isn't open 24/7.
Right. And that is why the buyer and seller consultations are so important. And I think even more important if you're working with a friend, because number one, I think sometimes your friends think, like our friend from community who thought her friends only use her because they feel like sorry for her. And I'm like, I don't believe that at all.
No.
But I do think that when our friends use us, maybe they are expecting, like maybe they are like, I'm helping my friend out. Yeah. But then you come forward with this amazing consultation and explain and educate them and teach them about fees worksheets.
Right.
And teach them about flood zones and teach them about insurance. And by the end of it, they go, dang, I knew she was in real estate, but she's like legit good at her job.
Right. So even if they came at it with I just feel bad for my friend, or I have to do it because she's my friend. At the end, they're like, they don't think that anymore.
Right. They're
Because
like,
you were
she's
a professional.
legit. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, super important.
So the goal is you treat them all the same.
Mhm.
They all get a consultation.
Everyone.
They all get told how this process is going to go,
Mhm.
how you prefer to communicate, what the rules are, what needs to be signed. Like, you're going to get your friends to sign a buyer rep agreement. Like, this is how we run our business.
This is how it goes.
So everybody needs to be treated the same, especially friends and family.
Yes, even more so.
Mm-hmm.
And you really have to draw a line in the sand where you're like, right now I'm your sister. Right now I'm your agent.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to blur this line.
Right.
Because I can't work like that.
Correct.
I have to refer you out.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to do that.
No.
Episode 113 is Be the Boss.
That's a great one.
It's one of my favorite episodes. So if you are struggling with this, go back, listen to episode 113. I feel like it's just really inspiring.
It also helps you if you're struggling with maybe stronger personalities, trying to drive the car, and you're like, no, I need to be in charge or drive the ship. I feel like that was helpful.
So I just had a client that we have an inspection next week.
Okay.
And we need we're going to have the general inspection. I already called and scheduled the foundation inspection because I can already see like something's going to get flagged. And then they want an AC inspection.
Okay.
So they sent me a company to schedule. So I did. And then she called me and said, hey, I actually want this other company to come. So I called and canceled the first one that you had scheduled, and this other people are coming at 11. And I said, that time doesn't work, actually, because we're going to be at the house from 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we leave at 11. Like, I have an 8 to 11 time slot.
Yeah.
Truly, because it's a half day at school.
You're like, I can't work after that.
Yeah. I have to be out of that house at 11. I can't be starting
another
AC inspection.
That's going to take a long time.
At 11. So I just said, I have an appointment. I said, we have the house for 3 hours.
It's a long time.
It has to be in that window, and everybody has to be done at 11. Like, we're not hanging out there all day. And she's like, oh, okay, yeah, let me call them back. And then she texted me, and she's like, they're coming at 8:30.
Great.
Perfect. We'll all be there.
Okay.
But it's like, that's why I schedule the appointments anyway.
Yeah.
And then if they go rogue and schedule something, I'm like, no, we can't. We have to all be there.
Right.
And this is efficient.
Yeah, be efficient.
Be efficient. We have 3 hours.
Right. Why wouldn't we do it this way?
Yeah.
I know. I had an inspection last week, and they scheduled the home inspection, or I think I scheduled both, and I just called the termite and had them come at the same time.
Yes.
So whenever they were getting the buyer to pay for the termite, they were like, it's $65 or whatever it was. She was like, what? Wow. And I'm like, this is the termite. The home inspector's still working.
Yes.
And she was like, oh, you put them at the same time.
Yes, I did.
Yes, not a novel idea. We're here now.
That's why in the email templates, when it's explaining to them, listen.
This is the time.
This is the time. This is our due diligence. If you want your friends to see it, now's the time. If you need a contractor to come, that's your time. If you need the flooring people to come measure for floors, this is our time.
You must do it.
How much can you fit in this 3-hour inspection window?
Right.
Now is our time.
Yep, exactly. All right, do you want to do a story?
Sure.
Of someone that we're very proud of for treating their business like a business?
Yeah.
Here's an example.
Yeah.
Our friend Stacy said she had buyers who wrote 5 offers in 8 days, frequently changed their mind. The last house that they made an offer on was a 9-day closing. I guess if they were doing a loan, they'd had
Cash
it prepped
sales,
so many times or whatever.
True.
And where they canceled on Friday for the Monday closing. And then she basically, when they were signing their cancellation of the offer, she also slid over a BBA cancellation. She was like, this ain't going to work.
She was pushed to her limit.
And the buyer was surprised. And immediately we're like, no, but we want to make an offer on this house now. And she was like, no.
That would have been offer number 6 for her to write and cancel.
Right. And she's just like, no.
She's like,
no.
And she held her ground.
Good for
So she's
her.
like, here's the cancellation to cancel this other purchase agreement.
Right. Number 6.
Here is a cancellation to cancel our buyer rep agreement because
we don't work together anymore.
We don't. And then they're like, wait, what?
But it's like, because you've proved to me, you're not trying to buy a house.
Mm-mm.
You're trying to act like you're buying a house, but then when it comes down to it, you're not buying a house.
Yeah. And that is so hard because agents cling to the desperate hope that maybe number 6 would have been the one that got me paid.
Yeah.
But she knew, even if it was, she's all done here. She's all done.
She's like, I've made my best effort and you still have not bought a house.
Right.
And I think.
And to make her make those phone calls, literally the other day during our showing, we were talking about making an offer on this house. And I did not like that the buyers kept saying, but if we make an offer, we can cancel in due diligence.
You're like.
And I'm like, I know that I explained that to you really well. However, that is not what I like to do.
Yeah.
And I said, do you see this person on the sign? I
don't want to call.
I literally said, this person is the last agent I would ever want to call to cancel.
You're like, I'm going to get yelled at.
I said, I'm just going to be honest with you. I said, she doesn't like a lot of people in this industry, but she likes me. And if you mess this up for me,
we're not going to be friends.
And they started laughing. I said, in all seriousness, I want you, when you make an offer, to be excited.
Like, this is the house.
And as optimistic as possible.
Yeah.
I don't want you going in thinking of a way out.
Right.
Obviously, if we have our inspection or something comes up, you have a way out.
Yeah.
It is there to protect you.
Right.
But we are not writing hundreds of thousands of dollars of offers to hope to cancel.
Yeah. It's especially bad when they're like, we're going to keep looking.
During due diligence. I don't get those very often, but I had one. And it was so stressful.
Yeah, I don't.
It was so stressful.
We're hoping to find something better while we're in our inspection period. No.
Yeah, I know.
No. But sometimes you feel like, I've just got to get you under contract so you'll move along. Like you keep saying, I'm waiting for something else. I'm waiting for something else. Now I'm ready to write an offer, but I'll keep looking. But we just got to push this along. Meanwhile, some people say, I'm not really sure if I want to buy right now, but I'd like to go look at this. And they do all the consult and the whole thing. And then it's like, that's not the house for them, but all of a sudden they're off and running. Like they've ripped off the Band-Aid and they're like, you know what? We really do want to buy a house.
Yes.
That wasn't the one, but we're like in it. And sometimes it's the exact opposite. They've looked and looked and looked. And it's like, you're never going to commit.
I just had this really sweet first-time home buyer, very young couple, come get pre-approved. I still cannot believe what a monthly note is on a $250,000 house. It makes my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
But the second they got pre-approved, it's like my phone is like, ding, ding,
like,
ding.
we're ready.
House.
We're truly
and I'm like,
ready.
And then because the budget is a lower budget, I was like, I immediately said, hey, remember, I need all these addresses emailed to me because we did have a consultation and we talked about it. She's like, oh yeah, sorry, coming. So she sends me like 8 addresses. Well, 45 minutes later, I have checked all the flood zones. I have checked all the property disclosures, and there's 2 that we should go see.
Okay.
Well, we go see those 2, and you can tell she's just so excited. She's just like, what if this, what if that, what if, and her husband's like, I don't know if I love this house because of this reason. And she's like, but what if something better doesn't come along? And she's just very nervous.
Yeah.
Well, of course, on a Saturday, she sends me can we go see this house this afternoon? And I could not make it work. And I could see that it was a hot house. So I'm like, I can find someone to show you, or we can go tomorrow. And she's like, we can go tomorrow. So I requested it for tomorrow. And the agent called me and said, hey, we have multiple offers and it's going over asking.
Oh, wow.
So I called her. I said, listen, they have multiple offers already and it's going over asking. I don't want you to feel like we didn't get there fast enough because it doesn't matter if we would have been the first showing. This house isn't going to work out because we have to have the seller pay your closing costs.
Yeah.
So even if we were at this house.
Not an option.
Even if we were at this house first.
That's not how it works.
They are over asking at this point, and it was never going to be
Yeah, and
the
that was
house
day
for
one on
you.
the market.
Day one.
Yeah.
And I hadn't been in this price point in a minute, like your Stumberg one.
Yeah.
Like, you remember, oh my gosh, this price point, they're still experiencing, if it's a good house,
Yeah.
there is a need for this price point.
For sure.
And so it actually, in a way, so then this other house popped up and I said, I can be there Monday, 8 a.m. So we went. And while we were in that house, I said, listen, because she really loved that house.
She's
like, she's so nervous. Yeah, she's so nervous we're going to lose everything. But this house needed a new roof. Bad.
Yikes.
And husband was like, I like Alyssa's idea of having, asking them to replace the roof. And he was like, I want a roof estimate first before we even make an offer. What if somebody buys it? I said, listen, I know that this is the most anxious. It will give you such anxiety. It will make you feel so nervous. But I have to tell you, since I've been doing this since 2011, I have never had it not work out.
Yeah, you'll buy a house.
If it is the house,
and you'll be happy with it.
I said, one of the things I love about real estate, and is also the thing I hate the most about real estate. You can't control so much.
No.
All you can do is your best.
Yeah.
And if it works out, it worked.
Right.
And if it doesn't, we didn't do anything wrong.
No.
It just wasn't the house.
That's not the house.
And I feel like I could see her like, you're right. You're right.
Okay,
like,
good.
Okay.
She's
we need to
calming.
take a breath. And
Right.
I feel like after we had that little powwow in the kitchen, she has been just a different person.
Oh, great.
I think husband is appreciative and helping her remember these things.
Mhm.
She's even said things like, well, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be.
Oh, good.
And I'm
Okay,
like,
she really took it to heart.
Yes, we're going to practice this.
Did you
We're
find a
gonna
house
practice
yet?
this. We went under contract yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm really, it all makes sense.
It all
It's
makes
the perfect
sense.
house for them.
I love it.
So I'm really excited.
Okay, great. I'm so happy for them. Feeling like something might slip through the cracks in your transactions?
Not anymore. We've got you covered with the Hustle Humbly buyer and seller transaction checklist.
They walk you through every step from pre-listing or pre-offer all the way to post-closing.
These checklists can be used however you need. Uploaded to your CRM, a transaction management software, your Trello, or even handed to an office admin or your assistant.
So you stay organized, deliver consistent service, and never miss a beat.
Whether you're brand new or a seasoned pro, these checklists help you work smarter, not harder.
Get yours at hustlehumblypodcast.com/checklist to run your business with confidence and ease. All right.
But on that note,
Mm-hmm.
talking about price point, we have gotten emails from our listeners with feeling like sometimes they have buyers that are just looky-loos.
Yes.
And also their price point will not actually get them what they want.
Right. So like, I've been pre-approved for X and I want blah, 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 blah. Here are my criteria. And you're like,
It doesn't exist.
I don't have that.
Yes.
Can I interest you in a house in a different location?
Right.
Like out of town.
Right. On the outskirts of town.
I mean, I just like,
or it might be attached. Are you open to being attached to another house?
Right.
But the agents feel like they are doing a disservice by saying they can't work a certain price point.
right. Well, they feel like they're discriminating against that maybe first-time buyer or low. It's not that. If that item that they want doesn't exist at that price, then they can't buy that.
And I do think that's a tricky situation to be in. I did just tell an investor that reached out to me, I can't help you.
You were like, no.
It's not what I do. I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
I'm not good at digging like you
Mhm.
want me to dig. I'm not going to be able to find an $80,000 rental
Great job for a new
that
agent.
I feel comfortable like reselling for you one day.
Yeah.
I just need to refer you to someone else that
Right.
has more of the investor mindset that matches
Yeah.
you.
What did they say?
And they were like, that makes sense.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And so I just
Had you
referred
worked with them
out.
before?
Mm-mm.
No.
But I was someone referred them to me. Then I had
see.
to call that person
and be like, listen.
and say, listen, thank you so much
Yeah.
for thinking of me. They were awesome. We talked on the phone. Based on what they're looking for, they really need this agent that, you know.
Yeah.
And I even tell people, I have not worked with investors in years.
Yeah.
Like real investors.
Right.
Like I just haven't. And I don't know that it's a part of my business model that I want to go back to.
Because it's such a specialized skill set and it is a very time-consuming type of buyer.
Yeah. And they would just make these decisions that I disagreed with. And I would be like,
well, even just that it's all about numbers. It's more of a commercial. Obviously, it is commercial.
yeah.
It's a different mindset. If you're used to working with your regular old buyers and sellers, and then you have to deal with an investor's frame of mind, it's so different.
Yeah.
So different.
But at some point, if you're treating your business like a business, you think, okay, this buyer has a budget of $100,000 and they want to be in this parish, county, way over here. So at the end of the day, if they find something, my paycheck is going to be this.
Yeah.
From a business standpoint, is this a good business decision for me to take this client on?
Right.
Or is it a better business decision to refer them to an agent that lives in that area and collect a referral fee?
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean I'm too snooty or snobby or bougie to work that price point.
Yeah.
And sometimes with that, like these clients that I just got under contract, originally they got pre-approved and they were approved up to like 260, but they felt comfortable at 215.
Okay.
And I thought to myself, I haven't done this in a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't
What's out there?
What's out there? Guess what? Not really a lot. Not a lot. And so nowhere that they would want to live. And they were driving by and we're checking flood zones and like the best houses had, flooded up to the roof and that's why they're renovated and $200,000. But it was like, I didn't know until I started looking.
What was out there?
And then I started having that conversation. Listen, we have been busy looking and we either have to increase our price point, change what we're looking for, like what's flexible.
Right.
And they ended up like we went back to the lender and hard stop was 250. He's like, at 250, we are comfortable.
Okay.
But we do not want to go over that monthly note. Like not 255.
Perfect.
And I said, that's what I needed to know.
Yeah.
And within adjusting, we found a house within a week.
Great.
Well, if they'd have said, no, we can't find anything.
It's 215.
I was thinking about referring them.
Yeah.
Simply because what they were looking for was running me around everywhere.
Yeah.
I was spending hours on the computer researching houses, checking disclosures. At some point, I was going, I am spreading myself very thin.
Yeah.
And I have other clients too. And this may be a really great opportunity for a new agent.
For sure. And I think part of having a business plan and a business setup is you serve a specific area. Mm-hmm. Not just because my license works in the whole state of Louisiana. Do I feel comfortable going outside of my market and selling a house somewhere else? No. Mm-hmm. It's not a good business decision in the way of I don't want to spend all that time in the car. But it's also not a good business decision because I won't be providing as professional of an experience because I won't have the knowledge I need. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, some people work in markets that are big geographically.
Yeah.
As long as you have the knowledge, it's fine.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go to New Orleans. Mm-mm. I had a current buyer who was like, I want to see these houses that were all within my area and made sense, and this one house in New Orleans. And I'm like, well, I can find you an agent there.
Right.
And I'll just have to take a referral if that's the one you want. Mm-hmm. They're like, well, we still want you to get paid. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to drive there.
No.
So
I don't go there.
And I don't know but I know an agent that knows that market. Mm-hmm. So I can give you them. Mm-hmm. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, it was my godparents and I just love them so much. And they wanted to buy this like lake property in St. Francisville, which I actually enjoy driving there because it's so pretty.
Right.
And this was my godparents and things were
like a social call.
Yeah, things were slower. So I thought I'll give it a try. Well, the 8th time I was driving out there, I didn't love it anymore.
I've already seen this.
We couldn't find what they were looking for. And I felt totally blind to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I called my friend that lives out there, not to refer it, but I was like, hey, this is what they're looking for. If you have anything, it seems like things sell off market. She was like, yeah, girl, like you have to be in these Facebook groups. You have to be in the know. And then she was like telling me like, look, I'm going to do this for you. And I just went, can you pause? I am realizing I am doing them a great disservice.
Yeah, you need to be in charge.
I am not in any of I know none of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know that some parts of the lake allow you to put your boat and some parts don't. Like, I don't know these things.
Yeah, this isn't going to work.
So she is their agent now.
Great. Have they not found something yet?
They're looking.
But she's got the no.
Yeah, and she lives 10 minutes from where they're looking.
That's what you needed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I had a hard time doing that.
You were like, I don't want to let you go.
The second, I was nervous to tell them.
But they took it well?
Yes. And when I told them the truth, I said, to be honest, I feel like I'm doing you a disservice. Because when I talked to her and she was telling me about all these private groups, that's why we're losing.
We don't know.
I'm not a local.
Yeah.
So you need a local. And they were like, yeah, that makes sense. I said, but look, when you find the one, I'm coming to see it.
For sure.
I want to be there. So, but when I hung up that phone call, oh my gosh.
Relief.
So much relief.
Yeah.
That was a hard one.
All right,
Before you go to the next story,
Okay, yes.
I don't know if our people want their names.
I'm not going to say this name.
Okay.
Okay. But I was going to say, let's let our listeners decide. The question was, is this a bad business decision to keep going?
Right.
Now, here's the situation.
Mm-hmm.
The shopper, their buyer, keeps signing leases. So they go out, they start looking at houses, and then all of a sudden, they're like, oh, I actually renewed my lease.
I couldn't find anything, so I
just renewed my lease. Okay.
Yeah.
But then would pop back up,
Every year.
I guess 6 months, a year later, and be like, hey, I just want to look and see what's out there. But wouldn't renew the pre-approval letter, was in a harder price range, kind of low, and just would then sign a lease out of nowhere. Is it a bad business decision to keep going?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So what do you do?
I mean, you tell them the rules.
Yeah.
I'm happy to show you. You have to sign a buyer representation agreement, and you have to update your pre-approval letter.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do those two things,
Yeah.
you're still taking a gamble
Right.
of them renewing their lease.
Yeah.
But in a way, this looky-loo did this agent a favor by not wanting to get an updated pre-approval
Because then you just
letter.
enforce your rule.
Because then you just say, I'm so sorry, I can't help you. That's just my rule.
Yeah, we're not looking for looking.
We're not doing that. If you are serious about buying a
Yeah.
house, you will check your pre-approval. Things have
mean,
changed since last year.
I got to agree.
I feel like you should be renewing your pre-approval almost monthly
All
at
the
this
time.
point because things are fluctuating so much.
Right. You have options always to refer someone out.
Mhm.
Send them to a new agent who's just hungry to do anything. Look, when I was a brand new agent, I would have still been grateful if I had someone giving me something to do, even if it didn't result in a closing. Because you got to learn on the job.
Yeah.
And I do think that you're really good at this. Just being like, listen, I'm at capacity right now. It's going to take you a little bit longer. I need to get someone who's more a fit for you and has the time and energy for that.
Yeah.
I think that's okay to say.
With the price point issue, maybe they need to save another year. Like maybe
Right.
renting is in your best interest for right now.
For now.
I say that I find myself saying this more and more when somebody calls me to buy something. And I can tell right off the bat, like, this is not like
It's going to be too hard. Impossible.
every now
impossible.
and then I'm like, look.
This is impossible.
And I always tell them, listen, I know it's my job to sell houses.
Right.
So I hope you can take what I'm saying as honest. Because obviously I want to get paid. But it seems, based on everything you've told me, it might be in your best interest to renew your lease one more year, save as much money as you can. Let's see what happens with these interest rates next year.
Yeah.
Let's see if your job gets you that promotion you're hoping for.
Right.
And then you can buy a house that you'll be happy in longer.
Yeah.
I don't want you to buy a house that's no good.
And I don't think that's you saying, I don't want you to be a homeowner and I'm not
No.
supporting home ownership. It's
No.
just you saying you're not quite ready. You have to be at a certain point.
Right. Like it would stress me out to let you buy a house right now.
Yeah. And I also hate the way that buyers end up, and this has happened to me many times over the years in all different numbers, but that low price point where they're like, I got pre-approved and I'm going to look for this and I commit to helping them. And then they're like, actually, they get so dejected trying to look and realizing, I don't want to live here.
Right.
This isn't what I thought it was going to be. And then they have to quit. It's almost better for you to on the front end be like, listen,
It's going to be hard.
I don't want you to be disappointed.
Yeah.
And this is how we can avoid that.
It's almost hard because they go to the pre-approval meeting and they pick their monthly note.
Yeah.
They're like, I want this one.
Right.
$1,200. And I just go, oh dear.
No.
And then we look at what house, then we start looking at houses that gives you $1,200. And next thing you know, they're like, maybe I could go to $1,500.
Yeah,
I'm
now
like,
we're
but
talking.
can you?
Mhm.
Can you really? Or do we need to save a little longer? Because I want to make sure
Right.
that I don't put you in a bad situation.
Yeah.
You know, like we need to have these conversations.
I know.
But
It's tough.
the whole, all of this, no matter what you're talking about, it is our job as the
Mhm.
professional to tell them the truth, to
Yeah.
tell them the rules.
What are the... To have rules.
To have rules.
Number one, business like a business. Have rules.
To explain and educate them on the state of the market.
Yeah.
To explain and educate them the questions they need to be asking during their pre-approval.
Yeah.
I just went on a listing appointment where they're selling and buying, and they used previous agents in the past. And they told me who they were going to reach out to for their pre-approval. I said, have you gotten a fees worksheet at all? Oh, I've worked with this guy for years. He always gives me the best rate. Have you gotten a fees worksheet? And he's like,
No, what is that?
no, yeah, exactly. And this is like an engineer, like, this is who I've used for years. He called me like the next day and was like, I am so angry I have used this lender all these years. I was like, why? And he was like, I look at one of those worksheets you told
made
me
me
about.
get this stupid worksheet.
And I had no idea how much I was being charged.
to get the rate.
Yes.
Yeah, he has the best rates.
And he even had other fees on there that most local lenders, I just knew who the lender was. And I was like, bro, you gotta do some
We gotta
research.
cut that off.
Yes. Especially if I'm going to be negotiating your closing costs. I'd much rather ask for 8 than 13.
Yeah.
But he would have never known.
He would have never
And he
known.
kind of got defensive when I just suggested getting a fees worksheet. And then I was his hero.
Yeah, he's like, wow, way to save me thousands of dollars.
Yes. So we have to be able to communicate
Yes.
these things. We have to be educated. We have to be the boss.
You have to be the boss. You have to have the rules. You have to
Mhm.
communicate the rules. You have to have a system for tracking your business. You have to have a budget. You have to know how much money is coming in and going out. These are all things that a business would do.
Yeah.
You have to know whether or not you can stay open.
Right.
We can't just keep throwing money at the problem and then you're not making money.
I think that's how people fail.
Yes.
They're so, air quote, busy
Well, yeah.
that they can't even make any money because all the stuff they're doing isn't making them money.
You know what it reminds me of?
They're closing themselves.
The story of the agent who was paying $9,000 a month for Zillow leads.
Yes.
And was selling a lot of houses.
A huge
like
amount of
over
houses.
50 a year.
Yes.
And so was very successful.
Very.
But when you work out the math, 30 of those houses just needed to sell to pay for the $9,000 a month.
And then what quality of life?
Exactly. Exactly. So your business, like at what cost is your business running?
Are you running yourself into the ground,
Yes.
burning yourself out, stepping
Right.
over $1 to pick up a penny?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
it is.
Um,
What is it you have to work?
What
Is
do you
it
mean?
in or in your business, on your business?
Oh, they'll say like, right, you don't always want to be working in your business. That's
Yeah.
what you do every day.
Yeah.
Show
you're
up to
in
the
it.
appointments, do the things, keep your, you're the duck with the feet under the
Yes,
water,
keeping
paddling.
everything going.
But you have to also work on your business.
Mhm.
There should be a day, at least once a month, where you're doing some type of business admin. Have you even thought about how to file your taxes?
Right.
Are you even an LLC? Are you an S corp? Like, do you have a CPA?
Yeah.
Is someone giving you advice? How do you even know what to do?
Mm-hmm.
You are a business,
Mhm.
but you aren't acting like a business just because you got your real estate license.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I hope that answered her question.
Run your business like a business.
That's right. Run your business like a business. She's like,
Oh,
how?
we have a toast.
Please do our
I
toast.
forgot. Okay, our toast is from Leslie Pearson.
Okay.
And she would love to toast the broker of the broker of lifestyle real estate, Jenny Jackson.
Okay, Jenny.
She's the whole reason why I joined as the business development and recruiter. We are doing great things in our area, And she is a huge part of why our retention is so good.
I love a broker that can keep agents around.
Jenny Jackson.
That's a good sign.
Like a good broker over
Cheers
there.
to Jenny, and thank you to Leslie for sharing that. Leslie was so excited. She listens to the podcast even though she's not an acting agent right now.
Yeah.
She's working in the office.
Yes.
But
she understands, like, I get these people here, but the broker has to keep them here.
That's right.
If I do all this work and then you're no good,
what's the point?
So she's thankful, like, I'm doing this work and Jenny does the other part.
Jenny's making it easy for her.
Yes.
I love that.
They're in Kentucky.
Oh, fun.
That is fun.
Okay, well, cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Wait, before you go, if you enjoyed this episode and if we brought you value, take a minute to rate the show, leave a review, or drop a comment.
We are giving away our best stuff for free. Find it at hustlehumblypodcast.com/freebies.
We'd also love to see you in Hustle Humbly community. Join us there at hustlehumblypodcast.com/membership.
We love chatting with you in our DMs. Find us on social media at Hustle Humbly Podcast and say hello.
If you have an episode topic or someone you'd like to toast on the show, please email us at teen@hustlehumblypodcast.com.
Thank you so much for tuning in to the Hustle Humbly Podcast. See you next week.